Welcome back, everyone. I got something crazy for you today. I have a slight inkling, a slight hunch. Call me Mystic Mac, but I think we're about to get a crazy fight announcement to start 2025. And I've been piecing together little bits and pieces, doing a bit of detective work. And I think the UFC is going to come out and announce Khamzat Chimaev versus Alex Pereira in a fight of two titans. You know, like I said, as their first big announcement of the year. Call me crazy. There is a clear number one contender, Magomed Ankalaev. You know, Alex Pereira has someone he, should be scheduled to fight and should have fought probably a couple of fights ago now. But you know how the UFC works. We see it time and time again. You know, did anyone see Dana White come out recently and say, I've been working on something, I'm ready to announce soon, which is going to blow everyone away. No one will see it coming. Those were his words. So is this what he's talking about? If you guys are enjoying the video and enjoy the content that I make, it would help me out greatly if you could drop a subscription, like, comment. Really, really helps me out, like I said. Let's get back to the video. Thank you so much, guys. I have a real feeling we are going to see this fight happen this year. Regardless if it happens next, I think Chimaev, with how dominant he is, and how dominant Pereira has been, I think that this fight is going to happen regardless. I think these two are on a collision course. There's been a bit of beef in the past, a little bit of shit talk happening. And I think both guys would love to fight each other. They've both been vocal about it in the past. So, they're both down. Like I said, there's a few hurdles. Chimaev never even fought at this weight class. 2 weight classes above the one he debuted in. He came into the UFC as a welterweight. He's only had a couple of fights under his belt as a middleweight. The guy is absolutely massive. I don't think, for how big Poatan Pereira is, he used to make 185 as well. And I don't think the size difference would be too massive. With all that being said, who do you guys think would win that fight? Like, who is your favorite? Where do you set that line at moving into that predicted matchup? I would not be surprised if Khamzat Chimaev opens up as a pretty heavy favorite. Isn't that nuts to say? He's going to open as a favorite against either Dricus or Sean. And for him, to open up, imagine that, opening up as a favorite, 2 weight classes above where he debuted, never having fought in that weight class before. But call me crazy, guys. Like, it's a really, really tough fight for Poatan. If he can't survive those first 10 minutes, much better takedown artists couldn't. Bobby Knuckles is one of the best anti-wrestlers the UFC has ever seen. And what Chimaev did to him was terrifying. So, there's a pretty clear path to victory there for Chimaev. And on the other side, obviously, Poatan, if he stops those takedowns and he can keep the fight in his realm on the feet, it's going to be a murder. Like, the skill sets are so sparsely different, in polar opposite areas of martial arts. I think that's what makes the fight so interesting. And then you add the character, the persona, and all of the hype that these two carry, and are going to continue to carry coming into this year. Sign me the fuck up. You guys would love to see that. I think it would be one of the biggest fights the UFC could put on this year. And call me crazy, but I have a feeling this one's going to get announced sooner rather than later. Let me know what you guys think about Magomed Ankalaev as well. If this fight gets made, yeah, he's a real odd one out. It's becoming a Marab situation. Like, the guy has, not lost in years, but the entertainment value, the win streak, yeah, in the UFC, it's not as simple as that. I would not be surprised, like I said, if this fight gets made. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for tuning in. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate that. And we will chat soon.